Spent 2 months on a bill, the Pollution Control Act was on special order for 2 months. We had 2 months for a dispute between a utility and environmentalist. We got 2 days for the unborn. 2 days. Any member that carries this bill over ought to be held accountable. This is a pro-life state. You have pro-life Democrats who are supporting us on this bill. It's time to stand firm, and we have an election next June. And if these babies aren't allowed to survive, these politicians shouldn't survive their re-elections.
Even if that means other priorities don't get heard this session.
We deal with the unborn children maybe once every 4 years, every 2 years. It's not an every year fight. It's on the floor now. The Senate made it a priority. I was one of those senators that made it a priority. We need to give it the time that it demands, and it demands debate. And we shouldn't allow one senator to be able to threaten to put up a lot of amendments and the Senate to cave. The Senate is about debate. It's about discussion. It's about liberation. We shouldn't adjourn this thing. And the media, and I don't want to attack you too much because I don't want you to say too many bad things about me. But I'm going to tell you something. You guys let these senators get away from talking from that Senate floor that they've got to adjourn at 5 because they got a function to go to. That's not what the Senate's all about. We ought to have cots in this Senate. They ought to be spending the night because we asked for the job. We asked to be a member of the deliberative body. And the fact that we leave at 5 o'clock, the fact that we are in there maybe 10, 15 hours a week, we need to stand firm, and if a senator wants to put up 400 amendments, we need to vote down the 400 amendments. And if we have to work 100 hours, we need to work 100 hours. If these unborn deserve it, this is a matter of life and death. This country, if you look, you have the, and listen, hikers, I'm not a hiker, you can look at me and tell, but hikers go out, and they, in extreme weather, they go out there and get lost, and we send in helicopters, they're on national television, we do all that to save one life. To save one life, and this South Carolina Senate says 2 days. 2 days is all we can yield to talk about life. It's offensive, and these guys ought to be held accountable.